This tripod has been my best friend here in the garage while I've been recording videos. That's the most depressing thing I've ever heard. Is a tripod your best friend? Well, it's figuratively speaking. If this was a person, he stood by my side, hold my camera all the time. Well, what about me then? I've always been here helping you. Well, but you aren't real. You're not even here. What? I'm for real. I'm here. No, you're not. I can just... Good riddance. That was just rude. Anyway, what I was about to say, this tripod drives me crazy. If you've seen some of my videos, you noticed that I'm moving the camera around a lot. I use a lot of close-ups when I do my recording to get the details of the work I'm doing, and then typically followed by a shot further away to get the overall picture. Sometimes I want to take overhead shots, and other times I'm laying on the floor shooting upwards. And all of this is quite cumbersome using this tripod. Here you can see me put it on the highest position. If I want to go lower than this, and here it is in the middle position. And this is the lowest position with this tripod. If I want to go further down, and sometimes I wish I were even lower, I can of course bend these legs. But now it's starting to get cumbersome to get the angles I would like with my camera. And then maybe I want to do an overhead shot. Yeah, and I wish I could come higher up as well. It takes some time, especially when you're going to do this hundreds of times during a video. So, what I want to do is to build my own camera stand. And I know you can buy these in all kinds of variations, but normally for professionals, and they are very expensive. I am no professional and I can't afford them. So, what I can do is to afford to use this scrap metal. I got it for free. It's quite heavy, thick steel, and I can weld it together. So yeah, I will try to make it myself. I also have a couple of wheels left over from a previous project, and I bought the third wheel, so my total cost so far is $5. But I need a plan, so let me take you into my office and show you what I've done when it comes to planning. Since there will be a lot of moving parts on this camera stand, I thought it was best to make a 3D model first on my PC. Let me show you. And here you can see my design. It will not be painted in these colors though, they are just here for visibility. But let me start with the foot. I will make 3 identical parts with the wheels at one end and weld them together at the other end. This should make it easy to move the camera around in the garage. The vertical stand will be made using 3 steel pipes connected on top with some kind of lid. And then the main bracket, I will make some holes in it so it can slide up and down along the 2 pipes. The next component is a self-made articulating arm, and the camera and monitor will be attached at the end of it. It will be both horizontal and vertical movement for fine-tuning the camera position. And when combined with the slider, I will be able to go all the way down to the floor and up under the ceiling. I have also made it possible to move the camera sideways a bit, so I don't have to move the whole stand for small adjustments. The arm, camera and monitor will be around 4 or 5 kilos in total, so to make it smooth to move the slider up and down, I will add a wire to it that goes up to a pulley and down to a counterweight behind the vertical stand. And that was the plan, and now it's time to put it to test. Talking about the vertical stands, I 3D printed these 2 parts that I hope will be useful when I'm gonna put them on to support them. Let's see if this comes handy. But it's time to get back out to the garage and start the metalwork. The foot is done. It's probably the easiest part of the project. I haven't finished the welding. I will check that everything works before I do the proper welding. I also put on these brackets here to hold the vertical stands. So let me try to put them on. Okay, and this one comes handy now. Perfect. Let me get my wrench and just tighten the bolts. I first thought I maybe just weld these pipes directly onto the foot. But I thought it might be smart to make some brackets so I can take everything apart. Just in case I do something really stupid and this doesn't work, now I have a possibility to undo it. Then it's time to take a look at the top lid, or what to call it. This 3D print is great, keeps everything where it should be, except, yeah, it's not rigid enough. I need something that clamps around these pipes, keep it tight, and it is quite rigid already, but I think that will make it even stiffer to avoid this jumping back and forth when I'm having my camera on here. So, and it happened, this is just crazy, but it happens that IKEA has exactly this piece that I need here. Except it needs a slightly modification though.
Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headaches stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe.
Yes, and I believe. Did you get it? At least I hope this is a bracket that will be suitable for the top lid. So it goes, I made this template just to make it easy to weld everything together. This will be the front piece, and then I will add these screws here. And I hope this will make the top lid rigid when tightening this. I also made a rear part. And then the last two pieces, quite oddly shaped. They fit in the midsection here. And this is how it's gonna look like, for no good reason. I just started in one end and made piece by piece, and this was the result. I wanted to have a hole in the middle here in case my wire that will hold the counterweight, in case I would like to have one in the center. At least I have a possibility for that now. I might have 2 pulleys and 2 wires to keep it. Let's see when we come to that. Okay, give me a sec. I will just weld this together. The lid is done, same procedure as last time. I just tacked it on in case it doesn't work. I don't want to bother welding everything together now. Easier to cut it apart again also, but hopefully it fits. Time to see if it helps to tighten the bolts. It's time to test it. Yeah. Some slight movement. Don't think I can avoid it with this construction. The important part is that it's not bending back and forth for a long time after I'm moving the camera. Let me test. It takes just a half a second and it calms down. That's good. And the main piece is built. The foot, the stand and the top lid. Then comes the moving part, the slider going up and down, the articulating arm, and I have started actually repurposing some part from my exhaust I built for my motorcycle. Yeah, but it's getting late. I think I have to continue another day, so I'll make a follow-up. Hope you drop by and see how it goes with this.